on the boat.
All right, it's
Talking
day
about
146, I think,
Yeah, I was
100 burpees
supposed
a
to be on
day.
that boat, but didn't make it in time. It was
We're gonna have Stefan going in the background, doing 10 rounds, 10 burpees, 5 bench at 155. Let's get it.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's here. It's just right over there. By the way, when my mom says love seat, she means that. I would use the word.
I didn't even think about it like that too.
That's like a technical term for a kind of furniture. But Mom, come over later on today and let's hang out. I haven't seen you in 4 days, or I'll come over to your house and we'll talk about how to organize this. I'm gonna try to incorporate the love seat. Let's just call it a couch.
That would be my spot. I'll sit right behind you so you won't see the love seat.
If you moved your family to a different part of the country that your mom would follow.
Yes, 100%. I mean, I moved 70. I tested her out already once. I moved 70.
Is it your latest comment? You might be in trouble.
What did she say? Say it isn't so. Or which part? Which part? No. She's fine. She'll be happy with the new setup. She'll be over here today. She'll be like, "I did a really good job."
She might be talking about how you shaved.
No, she's probably ecstatic that I shave. No one in my family likes anything I do. Trust me. They don't like the podcast. They don't like the hair on the face. They don't like it when my kids don't go to school. But they suppress it. They suppress it. Yeah, she says. Yeah, my mom says only if the couch comes with us. Of course, the couch. Whatever you want. Dark Lord Revon, $10. I was catching up with the show, and the Hunter show is awesome. Thanks, keeping it real.
How often do you have him on?
I haven't had him on in
A long time.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a time where he was coming on quite regularly, and then
He wanted to be a regular. Everyone wants to be a regular until it's time to be a regular.
Well, it's time to put that work in.
Yeah.
It's like, you call him up and be like, hey, we'll do one show a week, guys.
Yeah.
And then when you start doing one show a day, you don't understand why everyone can't do it.
Right. Exactly. Because other people have lives. They need time to eat, go to work.
Oh my goodness.
What did you think about before Sarah gets here? What did you think about Sarah's performance at Waterloo?
I mean, I would think everyone knows I was concerned about the fact she was doing both competitions. I was personally more invested in the individual competition. I thought she did very well there. And actually,
Are you talking about me?
we are
No, some other blonde Icelandic girl.
And he asked me how I thought you did it.
Yeah.
And I thought that you did very well on the individual side of things. I think the choices. I thought it was a good performance. You could build some confidence off of going into this season.
Yeah.
And then I actually really enjoyed watching your team. I thought you guys had a great attitude. You guys had fun.
Yeah.
And it was a cool team. A lot of the teams there were like, all the people were from the same part of the world. So you had Team Sweden or a team from South America. And you guys did total opposite. You got someone from Brazil, someone from Oceania, and made a nice little team there.
Who is the team again, Brian?
It was
Campos?
Campos was a late add-on to the team. We were supposed to have Emily involved. It was from yet a different part of the world. But she obviously had an injury that couldn't do it, so it was very nice of Victoria. And she joined Sarah and Catlin Venza.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget Van Zeel's name. How do you say her name, Sarah?
Call her Caitlin.
You call her Caitlin.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you ever say her last name?
Benzile.
Benzile. Hey, that's how I'm cool with that because that's the way I pronounced it. Benzile.
Yeah.
Caitlin Benzile.
I don't feel like it's an Australian name, like a second name.
Well, she's married to Johan Benzile, I guess,
Yeah.
and maybe he's from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Hey Sarah, does anyone ever call you just like when I talk about Matt Souza, I always call him Souza. I don't really use his first name Matt. And same with like Andrew Hiller. I don't call him Andrew. I call him Hiller. Does anyone ever call you like Sigmund's daughter and never use your first name?
My first name is Ragnhild, so I've never called her my first name.
Say it. I was wondering if we were going to go here again. It might have avoid her first name. Avoid it like the plague. Let's do it. Okay, let's try again. What is it?
Ragnheiður. The Ragnheiður Sara Sigmundsdóttir, that's my first name. And that's
Rakevish.
it sounds about right.
Do it one more time for me. I'm really going to try.
Ragnheiður.
I got the first part right. Rak.
Yeah, and then heiður. Heiður is like hard ice.
Havish. Rakevish.
Ish.
Oh, wow. I mean, those are some mouth skills.
I know. This is what we learned from. Yeah, Iceland.
I'm going to go back and watch this so I don't bore the people in the audience and really try to get done. I was so proud of myself when I started being able to say Bjorg and power movements. And now that I can't say his name, I say the whole thing. It would be pretty good.
I mean, have you heard what his town is called? That's even harder to pronounce. So he's from a town called Hveragerði.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good morning.
It makes me feel like I have a low IQ. Like I don't have control over my tongue or my lips or my mouth. It's like,
Just live in Iceland for a few years. Yeah, we'll get it sorted.
where are you, Sada?
I'm in Iceland. I just came back yesterday.
Is that home for you now? I know that's a weird question to ask you.
I mean, I would say back is a home for me. I travel so much. For now, so I'm gonna spend some time here and then probably go back to Dubai and train there.
Halfway.
So yeah, I just finished a 3-month trip now and was very ready to just go home and calm down a little bit.
And when you say 3-month trip, you mean you were moving from place to place for 3 months?
Yeah, I just haven't been in Iceland for about 3 months. Short of months, but so I started in Dubai, went from Dubai to Miami, then went from Miami to the UK, and now finally back in Iceland in the snow. And
You spent a lot of time in Dubai. Does it feel at all like home when you're there?
it definitely feels like home. So I went there, so I took a lot of time off after last season. I was just very beat up, my body and mentally, and so I just decided to take a long time off this year, and when I was starting to train again, I was like, I feel like I'm starting a lot of compensation here, and I feel like I need some extra eyes on me, so I decided to go back to Dubai and work pretty closely with the physio that I've been working with since surgery. And as soon as I went to Dubai, it just felt like home, because I stayed there for about like 3 months last year, and all the people were like, oh, we missed you. Like I'm a part of so many gyms there and just met so many great new people. And yeah, it almost feels like home there now.
Do you have a place there, or do you stay with someone?
I stay with my best friend Carmen.
I think we talked about her on the last show. Okay.
Yeah,
And she's been living there for a while.
she's been there since 2016. She was gonna stay there for 2 years, and she's still there. So I don't think she's ever gonna move.
Sarah, when you came on the show, the last time you were on the show was February of 2022. And when you came on that show, I think you had just started also at Training Think Tank. Well, Max had been your coach for a year, but that was your first time actually, after a year of training with him, you actually landed there and spent some time there. Are you still with Training Think Tank?
Yes, I'm still with Training Think Tank, but I'm working more closely with another coach, and so I moved in with a coach, and her name is Perrin, and we just connected in a very good way, and me and Max are still very good, and he helps me if I need him. But so I just decided that Perrin would be like my main coach this year, so I'm still with Training Think Tank, but gonna work with a different coach.
How many coaches have you had since 2000? When did you come in? 2013? 15?
13. So since 2013, I've had Yami, John, Phil, and then
Who?
Matt. Phil Mansfield.
Okay.
Phil, yeah. So I had 4 kids.
Okay.
And now I have Karen. First female coach that I'm working with, so it's it makes a small difference.
It does. Can you articulate that? Are there words for it? What makes a difference?
It's just more understanding of what girls have to go through. Like we have our cycle, we have our hormones, and I think girls can relate a lot to that. But guys pretty much are afraid of that. Let's say that.
Hey, is that a good thing that they can relate to it? Maybe let me just play devil's advocate here. Maybe that they show too much compassion and empathy, whereas a male coach might just push you through it. Like a woman wouldn't care about a guy's balls. Hey, just ride the fucking horse and shut up. I don't care about your balls.
I think that, but I've never experienced that with a guy coach. But it's more just like, oh, I have something in my back or something like that, and then a female coach maybe relates more like this could be connected to your cycle, or this could be
Right. Okay.
or like you have cramps or something like that, and it's like, okay, you have to do this and this and this because I've gone through this with other girls or something like that. So it's like female coaches are maybe more experienced in the flaws of being a female when you're not.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I took it to a place where it might be a weakness, but you're saying no. Actually, there's also the other side,
Yeah.
which makes perfect sense. Working around those things and knowing how to deal with them.
This concept of programming and training around the woman's cycle is something that I've been seeing more and more over the last 6 to 12 months.
It is so interesting. So interesting.
I used to have Kate Gordon on the show quite a bit down from Australia, and she was and continues to be very vocal and educational for women in that regard. I think I even had a conversation with like Camille down in Wadapalooza, and she was becoming more and more sensitive to this as she even become a mom and all this other stuff. Is it something that has also become more like relevant, that you've become more aware of, or is it something you've always had to kind of deal with?
I mean, what I find so interesting is just like different times a month, your ligaments are looser because your body's preparing you because you're more fertile. So when I did my ACL, I was ovulating, and so there's a.
Holy shit, that's fascinating. Wow.
Yes, very very interesting. Of what. I don't know, I think these are still a bit of theories now, not even quite proved yet, but there's a lot of thought about when you're ovulating, you shouldn't be doing specific stuff. You should be doing very light work, more cardio. When you're just got your period, you're strongest, then you should be pushing weights again. You can program throughout where you are in your cycle. So that is where I'm interested in. I'm not quite there yet where having babies and stuff like that. That will be later on when I have my children.
Right.
But now we're focusing on injury free and how what is the smartest thing to do with training when you are and I think it's also very individualized. I've always been very hypermobile, so if I get even more flexible and I'm doing the 1 rep max, that's more dangerous versus maybe a girl that's not mobile at all, and she gets a little bit more flexibility when she's ovulating. Okay, she can get better positions now, so that's better for her. So it's very individualized.
Let me ask you this, because I know I work at a gym, obviously a lot of women there, and sometimes I've been having these conversations a little bit. When the schedule comes out for the year, because some people are very calculated. Some women are they know they can look 2, 3, 6 months ahead of time and expect I'll be ovulating at this time or whatever. And you see the schedule for a semifinal or the week that's chosen for the CrossFit Games. Is it possible to look 6 months ahead and say, ooh, that's a really good week for me for weightlifting, or oh dang, that's falling on a week that's worse for me?
Yeah, that's exactly the problem. You can't really, or that's what I try to do is I'm not gonna overthink because I think that adrenaline helps for anything when I'm competing. This is just my belief. I have no idea if it works or not. So if I'm ovulating when I have to qualify for the games and I have to do 100 marks, I'm not gonna be guys, I'm out. I'm not gonna I think that adrenaline just does wonders for you. So when you're in the right zone and headspace, I think that small part doesn't matter as much as training, and you could actually just be smart with it. So.
Or maybe.
Hey Sarah, can you change that? Sorry, Brian. Can you? Isn't it if a group of